So, Mr. Backwards is on a live at the moment. I've been getting reports because I don't listen to the dopey bastard, right? Just don't do it. First of all, he reckons he's going to come to my door and make peace. That's going to be an impossibility because as soon as I see him, that's it. Yeah, I'm going to run through him like a dose of salts, and it'll be the sorriest fucking day of his life. Yeah, I won't kill him, but he's going to wish he's going to be dead, and he's going to wish he's not going to be. He wasn't so stupid. Then, what he does, right? He then threatens that he's going to get me evicted from my property. How? First of all, yeah, my neighbour downstairs doesn't want me to go. Everybody round there knows that I'm bloody sound. There's not one single complaint from anybody. Yeah, my support workers come round here from the council, check the place out, everything's fine. Then the third thing, he's threatened to go after my daughter again by posting a picture of her. Like I said, he's a paedophile. I don't care. Those shots I put up this morning, yeah, I still haven't got into that site. I've had phone calls from the police. Yeah, I'm about to send the screenshots and things like that of him threatening to come to my house, threatening to go and find my daughter, and everything like that. So, I mean, at the end of the day, right, you threaten my daughter, you threaten my house, yeah, and if you think you're walking back down that path, sunshine, you've got another thing coming. Yeah, because there ain't no fucking peace between me and a paedophile. Let's get that one thing straight. Asking those models, yeah, for pictures of when they were school kids in their school uniform, and then you go off and run survivor groups afterwards. I mean, do you know what? Over 2 years ago, I knew there was something intrinsically dodgy about that man. I just couldn't put my finger on it. But over the last few months, last few months, I realised very slowly, very gradually, what the man actually is. I've not once threatened a member of his family. I've not threatened his daughters, or his sons or daughters. I don't even know. I haven't even fucking researched. They wouldn't be on his. Well, there are ways you can research, but I can't be asked because I'm not after his kids. Why would I be after his kids? His kids have done absolutely fuck all wrong. His kids don't spend £91,000 on wank lines. His kids don't go around bullying women. Well, I don't know. I mean, they might do. But, I mean, that will be conjecture for me to say. But, you know, if it's a learned behaviour, perhaps they do. Don't know. You know, so this animal is starting on people's kids when, again, you know, posting my daughter's image up, you know, of the day of her first graduation. Everything's settling up fine, you know. Everything that I've been told by people who haven't even have any knowledge. Well, there was that woman that I talked to of Waldron, yeah, and we look back to 2012, and we discover that somebody's got a screenshot asking this individual, yeah, for a picture of when she was a schoolgirl, or something along those lines. And then you got this phrase afterwards because they said that, and somebody's taken a look and they go, "Oh my god, I thought you were joking." So obviously, well, I'm going to be joining that site, see whether I can get that screenshot and just go boom, landing with that. You see, you don't run survivor groups like that. Well, You either do it because you genuinely care. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't run a survivors group. Yeah, I'm not mentally cut out for it, you know. Terrible stories. Yeah. Nasty stories. Mm. So I couldn't mentally cope with that personally. All right. I think you need to have more. Um. Yeah. So survivor stories. So okay, survivor stories. Many of these people have been raped as kids. And then you've got, in 2012, 2013, him asking for pictures of these models for school children. Of people, of them when they were school kids. And then you add all these things up, and then you sort of like come on with my first machinations about him. He's weird. There's something fucking wrong with him. Yeah, he ain't right in the head. There is something definitely wrong with him. And then, lo and behold, 2 years later, it's all beginning to come out, isn't it? You know? But exposing, you know, what was he expecting people to do? Go around there and club my daughter? He threatened to go and search for my daughter. Well, I haven't got all that information out yet, so if he fucking posts it up again today, I'll tell you something else. That'll be going to the police as well. So I've got the last one that he posted, so don't worry about that. That's going to the police. It just shows what an abusive, horrible bastard. Oh, sorry. Abusive, horrible, paedophilic bastard that he actually is. I've got to put that fucking word in there because there's something wrong with the bloke. And it's those 3 screenshots. There's 3 in there which just go boom, and they flash out at you. So, you know, if it's somebody's been abused as a child, yeah, and he's into fucking women in school, you know, in school uniform, or girls in school uniform, and asking pictures of that, and he's running survivor groups, you've got to think, well, why is he getting these stories off of these people? Why would you do that on the one hand after you've done that in 2012, 2013? Basically, I've got evidence here that he's defrauded Vodafone. Yeah? Boom. It's an open and shut case. Yeah, if you read the newspaper article versus what he's written on Twitter, we got the screenshot for that, about him spending 51 out of his 91,000 already. He said he wasn't aware of the cost. He fucking was. So, from abusing women on Babe Station, which I've already had a report about, there's a few years of lull in between that and, I don't know. But on that site, there's a load of people, there's quite a few people that know of him. They think he's a creepy, dead-eyed monster that they wouldn't trust. You've got another report that Maria's had, yeah, about him grooming kids in McDonald's and getting kids to fight and robbing the homeless. There's another comment within that batch there about him being in the bookies all the time. Yeah, and that's with the dead-eyed, yeah, losing, yeah, he's just a weirdo. And that's his local people. That's what the local people think of the weirdo. Like, you know what I mean? So, and claiming in 2012-ish, yeah, that he was a youth worker. That's quite an astounding pledge to make, or claim to make, that you're a youth worker. Why would you claim you're a youth worker? So you could be excused in public with being seen with children? Is that why you told people you were a youth worker? So you could hide as you are here in the paedophile hunting community, right directly in plain, right in front of us. Right there in plain fucking sight. Well, I tell you what, sunshine, your threats, yeah? Wayne's threats, your threats to come to my door, right? All of that, the pictures that you've posted, yeah, that's going to the police this afternoon. I'm waiting for the link off the police officer. He called me up earlier. It's right, yeah? Because I don't want anything, that's doing with anybody. It's just what it's got to do with you. I said, right, I've got about 10 screenshots then. That'll do, yeah? I said, but everything else is obviously connected, so it's absolutely fine. So, when you're getting independent statements off of people that have got nothing to do with the hunting community and they're making comments about Waldron, right, in 2012, 2013, then, and what they're saying within it, then you've got, that's when 2 and 2 equal fucking 4. These threats that he used to make to the models at Babe Station. Yeah, I'm going to find out where you live. Yeah, and if you've got a son or a daughter or a child, I'm going to tell him what a slut mummy is. That was his threats to those girls online, on that thing. And then he's saying to me, last week, I'm going to go and I'm going to find your daughter and I'm going to have words with her. It's like, really? It's funny how the parallels, between the way he was behaving on those wank lines and the way he's behaving about exposing other people's kids. I think the parallel's right there for everybody to see. You know what I mean? So, he can go and cry and piss in his beer for all I care. The evidence I've got with him now is beginning to become overwhelming. Because it's both historic, it's independent, and it's coming from other places. This ain't coming from Pete or Joanne or anybody else. This is coming from pure independent sources that I'm finding. And that's what I've always said all along. When my truth meets their lies, this singular truth of mine is going to smash their lies all over the park. Well, yeah. Can you imagine him being a youth worker? Can you imagine that attitude actually going out and being a youth worker? Because I tell you what, I fucking can't. And if he was claiming that he was a youth worker to the people in Loughborough, right, at the bookies and all that lot, and then obviously that's what they think of him there. That fucker's bitten off more than he could ever possibly chew with me. So in this live, in this, well, apparently, I won't listen to the prick. He said, first of all, he's going to try and make peace with me, which ain't going to work. You threatened my daughter, right? As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to destroy you. Yeah? I will destroy him. Make no fucking mistake. Nobody ever fucking starts with my daughter and gets away with it. And if the dopey bastard is sort of like stupid enough to come to my door and invite himself some trouble, I'll give him more than trouble. I'll give him a few weeks in intensive care and a lot of and months and months of rehabilitation. Because that's the state I'm going to leave him in. And then he'll know what post-traumatic stress disorder does actually feel like. Because what I'm going to do to him will fucking put his guts into a sink of fucking fear. I'm going to fucking hurt him if he comes anywhere near my house. I'm not only just going to hurt him, I'm going to really, really, really hurt him. Told the police. If this event ever occurs, that this would be what we do. You don't be making threats. Yeah, I said I ain't making a threat. I said I'm telling you. That's a promise. That's a fucking promise. Same with Richie. He's threatened to come to my door. He's, you know, he'll suffer the same fate as well. You know, I ain't threatened to ever go up to Loughborough and see him. I've never threatened, you know, never threatened to go down and see Richie. And if I was, the last thing I'd ever do is broadcast it all over here, for fuck's sake. Which is a bit dopey. Oh, I'm going to go and attack you. Fucking warned him. I've warned him and I've warned him and I've warned him. So, if anybody sees him post up a picture of my daughter, yeah, again, then just let me know. If you've got the screenshot of it, just post it across to me and then I'll just, obviously I'm going to have to wait now to see what he does here and next. So if he posts up a picture of my daughter again, which will be for the second time, only because he's a fucking paedophile, you know. He gets off being a bully. He gets off abusing women. Right? He gets off abusing kids. I mean, it's patently obvious through his behaviour over the last 3 years what he's up to. We know he hasn't got the IQ. He hasn't got the communication skills either. He hasn't got the life experience either. He's got fuck all. His experience is burgling, being in prison, yeah, being an absolute, yeah, phoning wank lines and abusing women, going around town thinking he's all right and everybody likes him when actually everybody thinks he's a fucking idiot and he's a dangerous, foolish idiot at that. And he got people, oh no, he was asking them for pictures as when they were schoolgirls. It's like, come on. And does none of this make sense to anybody? You run a survivor group? Why would you run a survivor group? Unless you'd been a victim of that yourself. Now, I'm not saying that he hasn't. But, on the light of things and the way he's behaving, he hasn't. Because he would never, ever behave this way towards victims of sexual abuse. He wouldn't do it. He just would not do it. Just like I wouldn't do it. Because I'm a victim of it myself. To use that, yeah, and to pick on children, and to be nasty and vicious and vile, just exactly what he is. There's no doubt about him. A single-celled organism's got more fucking capacity than him. That flu virus is definitely more dangerous than him. And there's a major difference. I'm not. I'm more dangerous than that fucking virus. If he ever comes along to my door, I am a hell of a lot more dangerous. You start on my daughter, you asshole, you'll pay the price. I swear to God. Well, I mean, if you don't come to my door, it'll be lawfully. If you do come to my door, it'll be actually. Alright, let's make these two fundamentals clear. I don't want you arriving at my door. I don't want you being at my door. And I do not want to get violent with you. However, if you do decide, in your infinite stupidity, that you want to come round, at least have the temerity, yeah, right, and the bravery to come round by yourself. Because you'll have other people's injuries on your conscience too. The sooner that people see what a sick, twisted, nasty bastard this person actually is, and as soon as they can kick him outside this bloody place, and he's been shown for the vile individual that goes round picking on people's kids, grandkids, families, yeah, the one that fucking wastes police time by sending police to the door. They're having a conversation, yeah, the other day. Oh yeah, he's had all these police to the door. It's like, yeah, you've been fucking sending them, you bastards. And for what? Oh, Joanne Mossop's apparently here abusing a mentally disturbed person. I've had 3 welfare checks to try and get me sectioned. And that's them. Have I made any reports that, oh right, he's got drugs in the house, he's got fucking guns in there? Have I done that to any of you lot? No, I haven't. Have I made any false allegations about you? I certainly wouldn't. Because the moment I do, I lose all credibility. I lose every bit of credibility I have if I tell one lie about you. And that's something that I'm not willing to risk. My credibility is everything to me. When I found that decoy phone, you know what? I wanted to keep that decoy phone. But had I kept that decoy phone and they'd found out about it, I would have been done for perverting the course of justice. So I did the right thing. And I handed it back. I haven't listened to it, mate. I haven't listened to it. I do not give him an audience. Because he thinks if I'm listening to him, right, I actually, give a fuck what he's got to say, when it actually absolutely has no relevance to anything at all. Yeah, I mean, the truth of the matter is, right, from all the evidence that I've had from so many different sources, and then I've got this source from 2012, 2013 that's saying, well, actually, no. This is what he was doing at that time. Asking for people's pictures of when they were in school uniform. When somebody says, yeah, he goes around collecting... I can't fault him for taking the piss out of the police, I'll be honest. They're not fit for purpose, mate. The fact is, they've been listening to him for too often, and I think the police are beginning to come round that he's just making malicious accusations all the time, so therefore, yeah. And especially when he's sort of like sent all this shit to me, saying he's going to come round to my house, and then he's going to get me evicted from this house, and he's going to be doing this, that, and the other. Right after he said, oh, I'm coming down there to meet... No, you ain't coming down here to make peace with you, because I'm going to hurt you. That's why. Yeah, but if you choose not to listen, that's your... That is your undoing. Because I swear to God, I ain't going to stop hitting you. Not until I'm bloody tasered. Or stopped, or the police turn up. You're getting a beating, sunshine. And you're going to get a beating from hell, because I will not stop clubbing you. Do you get me? When you're down on that ground, I'll be using your head like a football, alright, sunshine? And I've got a fucking wicked left foot. You start on my daughter, dude, and then you want to come to my house, and you want to know what you're going to get? Try me. Well, no, don't. This is going to be your last warning, Waldron, and to all of you. You come near me, then welcome to the first day of the rest of your fucking life. Do you get me?